Thailand's history is stained with political violence and what victims say are fruitless searches for justice. It's a past critics say the military wants Thais to forget and tries to prevent them remembering.
There's no denying people died here in this temple, where it's supposed to be a safe zone. It's very cruel that authorities don't let relatives mourn properly.
Phayaw Akkahad visits this Buddhist temple in Bangkok every year to remember her daughter, a nurse who was one of 6 unarmed people killed by soldiers 9 years ago. Phayaw Akkahad went to the temple to help anti-government protesters looking for safe shelter as soldiers moved to end their rally. But the military fired into the temple from an elevated train line. 2 weeks ago, charges against those soldiers were dropped because of a lack of evidence. The shooting was part of a crackdown against dissidents orchestrated by General Prayut Chan-o-cha, who became Prime Minister after leading a coup in 2014. He's likely to stay in the job after the next government is formed, thanks to a system that's designed to keep the military in power. That's despite the country holding its first general election for 5 years in March. More than a third of the Senate is filled with retired military or police officers. The rest are civilians who are also hand-picked by military leaders. Some say many Thais have been brainwashed from a young age to believe that the military must have a role in politics.
When they grow up, they have a very simple idea. We have a problem because politicians are bad, and military are not. They are the ones who have successfully kept peacefulness.
The armed forces are entrenched within Thai society. When men turn 20, they have to report for duty, and tens of thousands are conscripted. They'll enter a military force that has around 1,600 generals or admirals, and a record budget this year of just over $7 billion. Army commanders rejected Aljazeera's request for an interview.
Thailand's military has also been plagued by corruption scandals, many centering around the purchase of equipment that critics say it simply doesn't need, like combat tanks, submarines and an airship that cost $11 million and spent most of its life on the ground.
Thailand doesn't have any regional enemies, and the military's equipment and personnel are often used against the public.
They try to cover up, try to make themselves not guilty. Once you kill a civilian and aren't prosecuted, you may feel mighty. But as a mother, I won't let you get away with what you did 9 years ago.
She believes Thailand can only have true democracy when the military gets out of politics. Only then, she says, will many human rights abuses be fully uncovered. Wayne Hay, Al Jazeera, Bangkok.